In our film, the main actors are all teenagers aged around 17. They all represent a typical teenager social group who are all keen on a so-called adventure. The reason for why they enter the abandoned building is because they dared each other to. This clearly shows that teenagers within the ages of a young adult are extremely easily peer pressured into doing very risky and dangerous things. This could be compared to the movie Monster House. This was one of the movies which inspired our storyline as well. However, in this movie, similarly as in ours, we are able to see the stereotypes and social behaviour of teenagers. Another point which could be taken into consideration after watching our movie opening is typical stereotypes of teenagers. These days, kids are always up to no good. Our movie clearly reinforces this stereotype as it's 11:03 p.m. and the teenagers are trespassing to get into an occupied and hazardous building. This can cause the audience watching the film to think that teenagers are really irresponsible. Another film which represents irresponsible teenagers is House at the End of the Street. Even though the main actress's mum tells her not to have any sort of contact with her neighbour, she does otherwise. Later, disobeying leaves her in extreme danger. This shows the irresponsibility of teenagers, just like in our movie. On the other hand, our movie also shows mixed genders. There's two girls and one boy, which shows that these social friendship groups shouldn't be grouped by gender. As well as this, we also show that ethnicity friendship groups aren't necessary, as mixed ethnicity societies can do just as well together. A film which also shows mixed ethnic groups is the horror movie Prom Night. This movie shows big friendship groups where there's not only ethnicity mixes but also gender mixes. This inspired our movie as we decided to mix our actors in terms of gender and ethnicity, similarly as in many other horror movies. During the process of creating the media product, I have learned a lot since the preliminary task. When we were making our preliminary task, we found it quite challenging. We were quite unaware of using the right lighting. However, as we had to film in the dark during the production of our movie, we learned where to place the light so it's the most effective. Whereas in our prelim task, we kept the light in the same place throughout the whole time. This shows that through experimenting, you learn a lot about lighting, especially positioning lighting in the right places. Another skill we've really improved on was camera angles. In our prelim task, we used very few of these, which were all filmed by using a tripod. We used shot, reverse shot and mid shot. However, in our final movie, we managed to use a wide range of shots, which included establishing shot, long shot, medium shot, close-up, high-angle shot, and handheld shots, and a couple more. For example, we changed the angle 3 times within a couple of seconds in the movie, where Jess and Priya were running away. This created an effect of tension as the scene is quite chaotic in a positive way. Another part where we used a good camera shot was the close-up at the end on Jazzy's arm. The slow movement of the camera moving upwards created a sense of suspense. Then when the camera finally showed the arm, it was quite shocking. This shows that since the prelim task, we also learned how to use camera angles in ways in which they can create certain effects. This shows that our knowledge and use of camera angles and shots has expanded massively. Thirdly, over the weeks, acting has also been a big improvement. During our prelim task, we had to refilm it about 3 times, as it was difficult to stay in character. However, when filming for our actual movie, after every scene we filmed, our acting got better and better. In the end, acting did play a big role in our movie as we had quite a lot of dialogue. Overall, our biggest improvement was editing. At the beginning, it took us around an hour to figure out how to even sync clips on Final Cut Pro. Yet as we came to our movie deadline, we managed to learn how to add in voiceover, sound effects, match cuts, black outs, and black and white effects, types of focus. Overall, when comparing our prelim task to the final piece, we've learned a great amount of things a movie needs. We mainly learned things through a lot of experimenting.